A very good afternoon, my dear friends and colleagues. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to be here from Edelweiss Dentistry, which always thinks of innovation and try to get you beautiful innovation which you can trust. And the whole presentation of today's is we're talking about biomechanics, how to build a strong foundation with a post and core, which is a novel, unique, and a very innovative design. So here I come to solve all your post-endodontic needs and challenges with Edelweiss post and core system, which is the only prefabricated system in the world. So we all know when we do dentistry, we need to follow form and follow function as well. So if you look at the past, most of the metal posts have high strength. They look gorgeous on a radiograph, but they have unsatisfactory aesthetics. And the problem is, the modulus is quite high, and you need to cement it, so there's always a chance of leakage. Then you get carbon fiber, which was evolved in 1990. It's very easy to cut, easy to remove. Modulus was very, very close to dentine, but the only problem was you never see this on a radiograph, and the aesthetics is very, very bad. Then came zirconium. Zirconium came and went off very quickly because, again, the problem was high modulus of elasticity. It was extremely hard, very difficult to retrieve. But the only good point about zirconia was you had aesthetics and good radio opacity. And then, of course, most of them are using glass fiber posts very regularly because we know its modulus is quite similar to dentine. You get good adhesion with adhesives, easy to cut, easy to remove. Radio opacity is not that great, but then the problem with these posts is you need to use a core build-up material to build a core. So what would a dentist want? What option shall we choose? Parallel or tapered? Metal, fiber, or composite? That's the most important question. But the most important thing would be, what would the tooth want? And tooth would like to have a Edelweiss composite post and core because we have everything to offer. We have a post and core which is prefabricated. The post is transparent, which allows a lot of light transmission very close to the tip of the post. The core is opaque, so aesthetics is countered. It's easy to customize chair side. Time is less, easy to use. Modulus of elasticity is very similar to dentine. It cuts like dentine. Good adhesion to root canal walls and unmatched radiographic visibility. So basically, if I have to sum the advantages, I have to sum it up, it gives you a true monoblock effect, which a tooth would like to have. So when we talk about stress distribution, if you look at a metal post, it's extremely rigid. So basically what's happening when the patient is masticating, there's a lot of stress transfer at the cervical third and at the tip of the post. And ultimately the post lands up in vertical root fracture. And when you look at an elastic composite post, which is very flexible, so the modulus is very close to dentine, so there is some amount of force concentration, but then the dynamics of force is quite less, so it allows easy distribution of forces across the root pecs. So we are looking at a progressive treatment concept. We want to be progressive in dentistry. We need to find some innovative solution. So this is exactly what we have. On one side you have dentine, you have the adhesive, and then you have our Edelweiss post and core, which gives you a hardness of 65 Vickers hardness, and the post gives you about 95 Vickers hardness. It's got a modulus about 20 GPa, flexural strength of about 200 megapascals. So this is exactly what we are looking at. And it's a high dense laser sintered composite, which gives you the ultimate tensile strength. So where is aesthetic and functional dentistry going? It's going to the very beautiful, innovative way where we want it to be biological, biomechanical, and bioaesthetic. That's what most of us want it. And everything you need is in this toolbox. And this is exactly the new innovative post and core looks like from Edelweiss. You have a nice little lens there with a light guide. So it allows a lot of light transmission along the length of the post. It's got an opaque core, which is A1, and then you have a translucent post. If you look at the data, what we have from our laboratory, the flexural strength is about 200 megapascals, compression is about 550, flexural modulus is close to 20 GPa, and surface hardness is 95 Vickers. And we have in all sizes, we have anterior upper, we have anterior lower, we have premolar upper, premolar lower, molar upper, molar lower. And this is when you have most of the walls absent. When you have a lot of tooth structure, destructed, and you need to build the post and core together. But if you have a lot of wall remaining, then we have a universal post which you can use as you use your regular fiber post and core. So the most important question is we need to understand the treatment plan. Now, how do I plan my post and core treatment? The first question you ask yourself is my tooth restorable? That is even before I do my endodontics. Now, that you will know only when you excavate all caries, dentine and enamel to determine how much healthy tooth structure potentially remains to support the foundational core. So we all know that we need about 1.5 millimeters or 2 millimeters of length of the ferrule and 1 to 1.5 millimeters of width of the ferrule. And if the circumferential ferrule available is this, then you know you can go ahead with your regular core build-up material. But then if you have the ferrule available which is less than 1 millimeter and width is less than 0.5, then you need to think about crown lengthening procedure, extrusion. It can be orthodontic, it can be surgical. And if your prognosis is very poor, then you consider implant or a fixed prosthesis. The second important question is how much tooth structure remains potentially to retain the core material. Now this is exactly where I come. Now if you have potentially no wall remaining, then Edelweiss post and core is the way to go. But if you have a lot of walls remaining, if you have 2 to 3 walls, then you don't need a post. But if you have only 1 or 2 walls remaining, then probably you can use a post and supplement that with a core build-up material. So this is the guideline. We use it from Pirose et al. If you are in situation number A, then you don't need a post and you need only core. If you are in situation number B, then you don't need a post, you just need a core. If you are in situation number C, D and E, then of course you need a post and core for a strong foundation. So let's look at this video, how this Edelweiss post and core works. So the steps are very simple. You don't need any learning curve. You don't need any big hands-on course for this. So basically you have your obturation done. You decide on the length of the post depending on the case. And then we have the special drills. So we have a 1 millimeter and 1.4 millimeters. After you prepare the post space drill, you check the fit. And then you start etching the canal along with the remaining coronal wall tooth structure. Rinse it off thoroughly. Use some paper points so you're very sure that you have removed all the etchant completely. Apply your adhesive, that's the dual cure, which works really well in most of the situations. Air blow, use paper point to remove excess pooling of adhesive, light cure. And then now I prepare the surface of the Edelweiss post and core with my silane, or you can use a veneer bond. And then inject your core build-up and then go directly bang on there. So now you cure from all the sides, mesial, distal, labial and lingual. And then the most important advantage is you can customize it. If you feel it is deficient, add with your composite. If you feel it is excess, reduce it, because any which ways you're going to do a crown or a veneer for that patient. And now see, it's extremely hard. It looks beautiful. Single piece, absolutely monoblock. So let's look at a case. Now this is the case we did. We placed about 7 posts and cores. And this is a very interesting case because we did not use any indirect restoration. Everything was direct. Everything was done in 36 hours. Patient came to us and we finished the procedure in 36 hours. So this is the pre-op. Patient has a lot of endodontics being done long time back, but she has a lot of old composite restorations which are tending to fracture. So then we remove everything. That's her OPG. We look at all the endodontics being done. We evaluate each tooth individually. We remove all old composite restoration. And then we see a lot of obturation done on the posterior teeth. We see a lot of metal post. So that particular metal post has caused a lot of corrosion and discoloration. So we retrieve all the metal post individually from the tooth. And then this is the pre-operative X-ray. We look at the apical gutta perca, looks perfect, about 4 to 5 millimeters. And then we prepare every tooth to receive Edelweiss post and core. We have about 2 millimeters of ferrule all over. And that's our drill. So we have a 1 millimeter drill and 1.4. And we have laser markings at 9 and 11 mm. We also have a special diamond drill so that you can customize your post and core. So that we do the trial of the post and core. We take a radiograph. It looks pretty good. And then we do the same procedure. You etch the tooth. You wash it off thoroughly. You use the paper point to make sure you have removed all the etchant from the canal. And then you apply the adhesive, the dual cure one. And then you can use the veneer bond. This is a special bond which has silane coupling agent in it. So you apply on the post and the core as well. Light cure. And now you inject your dual cure core material into a canal, and then just go bang in one go. Now you create a complete uni block post and core foundation for our patients, and then you cure this, and this is exactly how it looks. So now you decide whether you want to do indirect, that's ceramic, or you want to do direct. Now in this particular patient, we did direct restorations because she really could not afford indirect prosthesis. So this is how it looks at the end. We create all the foundation, and this is how it looks on the radiograph. See, it's absolutely radio opaque, so you can really see. And best part is you can easily remove this if you want to do retreatment, because it's only pure composite, high dense, high strength composite. So then we already have the wax up of this patient. We make a putty stent and we create the lingual shelf from inside. And now we start building our Edelweiss veneers over these foundation. So that's exactly what we do. We build one by one at a time. We go with first one central, then the other central, and then we finish up till canine, and then we go with our occlusals. Occlusals is to rehabilitate our posterior. So we already have a putty stent with a wax up, so we know the patient's bite. We get the occlusals onto this stent, and then we transfer this in the patient's mouth, so you get exactly the same bite as the patient had. And then you start molding each occlusals one by one. You create the contact, and here we go. So this is exactly what we do in one visit. So we have a complete solution. We have veneers, we have occlusions, and then we have post and core. So this is how the patient was after. This is just exactly after 36 hours. This is how she came, and this is how she goes. So it's a very unique concept to do some direct composite dentistry, minimally invasive. So this is what I say. Given the often contradictory nature of the literature in restoring endodontically treated teeth, always remember, it is very important for all of us to keep updating on new research and scientific findings, because that's how we need to look at the mouth and incorporate these new evidence-based recommendations into your protocol. So these are my conclusions. Direct restoration with adhesively bonded Edelweiss composite post and core is most efficient alternative for cast retainers or metal post or any kind of glass fiber post. Bonding procedures and use of modulus which is very similar to dentine, can contribute to reducing the risks associated with root fracture. Then my third conclusion will be, this is extremely important, irrespective of any kind of post system you use. 2 millimeters of coronal dentine is extremely important to prevent risk of decontamination and debonding. In weakened roots, now this is what we say, this is exactly where you can think of Edelweiss post and core, because when you see the roots are weakened, this is exactly where you can go with this post. And the quality and quantity of remaining coronal tooth structure is one of the most important factor for prognosis of the tooth. So this is the best current approach. Please minimize tissue sacrifice when you do foundation and restorations. Use post and core materials with physical properties similar to that of natural dentine. Non-vital tooth, especially single non-vital tooth restored with Edelweiss composite post and core, will resist the stresses better than rigid post. Severe tooth breakdown is less likely with our kind of post systems. But remember, friends, adhesion into the root canal is still a big challenge, and I'm sure we can overcome that. So this is a very interesting quote from Plato, which I got in the internet, and this is at 428 to 348 BC. And this is what he thought then, and this is what Edelweiss thinks now. If you see this, it is not possible for two things to be fairly united without a third. Now this really goes with the post and core. That means you have three things when you do a post and core. You have the root dentine, you have your core material, and you have your post. So it is not possible for two things to be fairly united without a third, for they need a bond between them, which shall join them both, that as the first is to the middle, so is the middle to the last. And then since the middle becomes the first and the last and the first both become the middle of necessity. That means we have a unified concept, we have a monoblock effect, which will help our post-endodontic needs. So when all think alike, then we all know nobody is thinking. So it is important, we need to change. Why change? Because doing the same thing over and over again, but you try to expect different result, that will not help you professionally. So do not follow where the path may lead, but go instead where there is no path, and leave a trial. That's exactly how you practice dentistry. So to post it right, remember, my friends, begin with Edelweiss Post and Core in mind. So that's the whole system. What we have, as I said, we have anterior small, anterior medium, premolar small, premolar medium, molar small, and molar medium. We also have a universal post, as I said, where you have a lot of walls remaining. Then it doesn't make sense for us to use a Edelweiss Post and Core separately. So thank you so much for your attention. I would request all of you to see this unique concept at 11.3A45, and I'm sure you would like it. Thank you so much.